Lane Kiffin said players begged for him to stay and coach into the playoff. We have seen quotes or I guess posts on X from some players that said that is simply not accurate. You did have a meeting with the Leadership Council, a group of football players that kind of represent the rest of the team on Sunday morning. Can you tell us about that meeting with them and what the players' reaction was and this idea that they were begging for Lane Kiffin to stay?
Well, I don't want to, breach some of the confidentiality of those guys. I mean, I know, man, first of all, let me just say the leadership group of our football team is an amazing group of young men. They were fantastic and have been. I know most of those guys, and to spend some time with them on Sunday morning was great. I'll let them kind of tweet out what they want to tweet out and give information that they want to give. But I don't think the way he portrayed that meeting was accurate. There was a lot of pushback to him leaving. And, it was really one of those things where, these guys knew they needed coaches to coach the game, Richard, and it was sounding like he was going to take, all the offensive staff with him if they didn't, he didn't coach in the game. And so there was a lot of discussion around that. But I think begging for him to stay is certainly an overstatement. I think that, our players are starting to show, maybe what really happened in that meeting.
When was Lane Kiffin told that he would not coach Ole Miss in the playoff? Because he very publicly has said over and over that is something that he wanted to do and didn't seem to be able to understand why that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things he said publicly that I'm not sure are totally accurate. I think that both coach and his representation knew, several weeks ago that the coaching in the playoffs was not going to be an option if he was not the Ole Miss head coach. And, I think
him finding out at 8:30 on Sunday morning for the very first time that he would not be coaching the playoff is not accurate?
No, that's not accurate.